and this is going to be a fun part. So we want to be planning this, like we could, divide this in symmetry. So first, just let me get the size of this object. So I think this is bigger than what we planned for, like 200 by 200 per 2K texture. It might just fit into 2K resolution. We will see. First, let me just going to convert this to editable poly. We can, put up a symmetry modifier and do the unwrapping as well. We could try this, but it's not that much of a bigger object. Yeah, what the heck, just do it. Put up a symmetry modifier and convert this to editable poly, and let me just save max file and then send this to rizomuv and hit F. First of all, I'm going to enable symmetry and show the symmetry modifier, and click on this mesh uh, bounding box to center, and it found the symmetry, and I'm going to close it, and we can work in the symmetry. Now I'm not going to use the auto seams feature because I know that it will be a bit easier if I do it uh, manually. I'm going to hit I for isolate. This is the isolate tool. I just isolated this top part, and in the edge selection mode I'm just going to select this edge loop, and I might possibly click on this geometric button. If I uh, click this, it can find the alternate path. In this case the selection would be a lot easier, so I won't have to hunt down and find and select all of these edges. So that's it, couple of clicks, and then I'm going to press a C to cut, which is this tool, and I'm going to press unfold, and yeah, I think it's okay, it's very nice unfold. So I'm going to click on show, or I am going to press I again, in this case show, and now I think I'm going to turn off the symmetry, and I'm going to hit I to isolate this part of the table leg. And remember, I have this geometric button turned on. Double click these edges, these are done, and possibly the bottom ones as well. Now I'm going to press the Y key to show all, and I'm going to press the C key to cut, and I think I'm going to go into island mode and double click to select these, and I'm going to press the U key, which is the hotkey for unfold, U, and this has been unfold, and I'm going to press the O key to optimize this, and possibly press the P key, which is the shortcut for this pack, P, and something has been done. I should have done, by press the P key for this, like this way. Now I'm going to double click my middle mouse button to select this whole island, for this whole geometry piece in the island selection mode, and I'm going to try this topocopy and possibly click on this update similar button, and let's see what happens. And if I am right, it's going to, yeah, well, I think it did found all of these objects symmetrical. And if I press pack, voila, you can see that it has been done. Now everything has been unwrapped, and this was not very time consuming, and this was not hard at all, because we did follow the process and we did understand what we want to do. Remember the rule: you have to have a vision, and you have to realize what you are going for. So we did understand the process, and that's why we did pack this, and we almost have our textile density achieved. uh, I'd say that we could the next thing would be to align these to the right direction. In this case, this is okay, and this one is not, this one is not. So we could like I said, do it manually, or we could try to set up the initial orientation to the up y world axis to y, and try to pack it again. And uh, in many instances it can do a good job, and it you know we could try to packing accuracy, and we can up this to here and here, let it uh, give Rhizome UV some more iterations. So let's try it, and you can see that uh, it is doing. And yes, well, it's the same. So the optimization part, now this part of the table we are not going to see this, so I'm just going to do this, scale it down, way down, and I am going to set the min and max scaling to 100%, and click on this pack translate, which is not going to move, rotate, or scale these islands, which we have locked. And for some reason it did not work previously, but it did work now. You can see that everything is now perfectly aligned to world up axis, and we don't have to manually put them like this way. So one thing I did not like about what it has done to these things, and I'm just going to put them over here, and I'm just going to select them and just put them over here just for consistency sake. And I could click the straighten these, and put them over to here. And this one I could try this as well. Remember this, and we could align them like this, and like on top of this, and we can give them spacing. uh, we could try this. In this case it kind of work, I think I'm going to set the pixel. Yeah, this is great. You know what I did was distribute space, and we set them. Give them 4 pixel margin. In this case, I think I'm going to give this 8 pixel because our margin is set to 8 pixel. So I'm going to hit the what's this thing called, spacing, I think so. Yeah, it's distributed spacing. So I'm going to place it here, and I'm just going to place this here. So I think just click on straighten here. For some reason it was not. So yeah, it's okay. By the way, we did reached our target max textile density, and I'm not going for I think for now I'm not going to be sending this asset to Unreal, but I am still targeting my textile density, and I'm going to hit save to send this object back to max, and congratulations, it has been done.